How many laps? 15 cars then for this whites and yellows event, racing over 16 laps. There goes the green flag then on this BriSCA Formula 1 whites and yellows event, racing over 16 laps. And it's Keith Jones, 273, who heads them away on a very slippy track down towards turns 1 and 2. Very slippy indeed for these Formula 1 cars around turns 1 and 2. Phil Bicknell, number 7, struggling more than most and losing a few places. It's still Keith Jones, number 273, who's in the lead, coming off turn 4 and onto the home straight. Roger Bromley, number 14, taking a detour onto the infield, rejoining in amongst two other novice drivers on the back. 287 Graham Bauer getting shunted wide by the number 14 car of Roger Bromley, but they're about to be lapped by the lead car, those three novices. The lead car is 273. Keith Jones is number 450. Davey Hunt gets hooked up with the Armco, and it's Keith Jones, 273, who leads once again over the start-finish line. 369 Bill McGowan is second, with 407 Craig Smith in third. We've lost Roger Bromley, number 14, on turns 1 and 2. Now Craig Smith, 407, moving up the inside of 369. Bill McGowan down the back straight. That's the battle for second place, with Keith Jones, 273, in the lead and putting the pressure on back marker 287. Graham Bauer in speed, spinning him right out. Bauer collects Bill McGowan, 369, and John Anker's number 80, almost right over on his side, climbing over 407 Craig Smith. We've also lost 34 Mal Brown, number 6 Phil Wilton, and number 11 Sean Taylor up there on turns 3 and 4. Now 5 or 6 cars are struggling to get started once again, which allows the leader, 273 Keith Jones, to pull right away at the front of the pack. Keith Jones, the lead car, then over on turns 3 and 4 in car number 273. In the wet conditions, number 11 Sean Taylor in trouble once again on turns 3 and 4. All trying to avoid the stranded car of 287 Graham Bauer over there. Roger Bromley, number 14, bails from his ex-Kev Burns car. That's stuck up on turns 1 and 2. Still Keith Jones, 273, that leads, and he's on the home straight and moving up the inside of number 468 David Hunt. Martin Bowles, sorry, in the other Wayman car. 468 is Martin Bowles. Mark Teal, number 90, in trouble here on the home straight, being spun out of the action by 34 Mal Brown. And now Teal just left to sit and watch the rest of the race from that dangerous position there on the home straight. He's got the car restarted. He's got to wait until Sean Taylor drives past him and can pull off onto the safety of the infield. Had a change up the front with 369 Bill McGowan going through to lead this whites and yellows event, with the back marker in the Wayman Hire car 468 Martin Bowles right in front of him. Bradford Base, novice driver in his first ever BriSCA Formula 1 meeting, and now the leader Bill McGowan putting him another lap down in car number 369. Pete Jones spinning out of second place in number 273 up there on turns 3 and 4. Martin Bowles, 468, in trouble. It will be the halfway stage next time for 369 Bill McGowan. And then as to where the rest of them are, it's anybody's guess, with cars coming and going all the way around the raceway. Keith Jones spinning out of the action once again, 273 on turns 1 and 2. Number 11, Sean Taylor, gone once again up on turns 3 and 4, but then most of them have been in trouble all the way through this race. Craig Smith, very noisy indeed in car number 407. He's chasing the leader, 369, Bill McGowan. Bumpers going as Phil Wilton, number 6, tries to shift Phil Herzog, 533, out of the way on the home straight and around turns 1 and 2. So it's Bill McGowan, 369 in first, and Craig Smith, 407 in second place. Mal Brown 34 is in third, so the leader's fairly close around the Scunthorpe Raceway. Now Craig Smith 407 closing down on 369 Bill McGowan. Bumpers going in as Craig tries to shift Bill out of the way around turns 1 and 2, so it's close to the lead with Mal Brown 34 closing in third place. Sean Taylor, number 11, once again in trouble on turns 3 and 4, trying to get back racing again, and the lead's in dispute down the back straight. 369 Bill McGowan shuts out 407 Craig Smith, and Mal Brown 34 waiting for them both to make a mistake. And indeed, both leaders have made a mistake. 369 Bill McGowan, 407 Craig Smith are gone. So Mal Brown 34 is the lead car over the start-finish line. And there will be 5 laps to go for Mal Brown. Next time around, number 6 Phil Wilton's come through to second. 407 Craig Smith recovers to third. 533 Phil Herzog is in fourth place, and 369 Bill McGowan in fifth. 256 Chris Anderson spins out of the running on turns 1 and 2. Certainly a track very greasy indeed, with many thousand gallons of water having to be pumped off before we could even get racing today. But coping best with the conditions is 34 Mal Brown on turns 1 and 2. A long way clear as second place, number 6 Phil Wilton. We lost third place Craig Smith 407, who spins out of the action on turns 3 and 4 and then gets shunted by number 80 John Ankers. So Craig Smith 407 in all sorts of trouble now on turns 3 and 4. And he's going to take Keith Jones out of the action, 273, in an effort to get racing again, and Jones spins right around on the exit of turn 4. Still Mal Brown, number 34, that leads. Mal Brown 34 puts the bumpers in on number 11, Sean Taylor, trying to shift that marker out of the way. And indeed, Sean obliges by putting the back end out and briefly spinning the car as Mal Brown comes through with 3 laps to go in this BriSCA Formula 1 whites and yellows event. John Ankers, number 80, nursing a flat tyre around turns 1 and 2 and onto the back straight as our race leader, 34, Mal Brown, comes through the inside. And here comes the race leader once again with 2 to go, 34 Mal Brown. 5.33, almost a lap down. We think 5.33 Phil Herzog may well be in second place and virtually a full lap down on the lead car, driven by 34 Mal Brown. Mal in the closing stages of this 16-lap event, putting the pressure on 369 Bill McGowan around turns 3 and 4. McGowan slips wide and Mal Brown comes through on the inside. This time there's 1 lap to go for Mal Brown, number 34. So now at the back straight, Mal Brown 34 leads from Bill McGowan 369, but Bill McGowan is a full lap down. Craig Smith ridding a couple of cars up there. Number 80 John Ankers goes into the fence along with 256 Chris Anderson, courtesy of the Craig Smith front bumper. Meanwhile, the checkered flag being prepared for number 34 Mal Brown, who's going to win this race 1 for the BriSCA Formula 1s, the whites and yellows. So Liversedge-based driver wins the whites and yellows, the only car still left on the lead lap, so we keep them coming with Bill McGowan 369 currently in second and 533 Phil Herzog in third. They've not completed the distance yet, so we can still have changes amongst the second and third places. Indeed, Phil Herzog 533 is in a bit of trouble with number 90 Mark Teal over on the back straight, with Phil Wilton number 6 bearing down on the 533 car. Looks like we're about to get our second place, and that's 369 Bill McGowan. .533 Phil Herzog was third, number 6 Phil Wilton fourth, we think. Just observations, don't go right in these results in your programme. And we can have the red flags, please. For Mal Brown. We lost 256 Chris Anderson, he pulled off onto the centre green, which leaves us with 18 cars racing in Formula 1 Heat 1. And there goes the green flag, Formula 1 Heat 1 underway. Already lost 273 Keith Jones, 202 Richard Mason also spinning out of the action over on turns 3 and 4. John Wright 128 taking a detour onto the infield as Mal Brown 34 hooks up with 273 Keith Jones. 202 Richard Mason stranded up there on turns 3 and 4 before he's even started the race. We also lost 260 Dave Beresford. Craig Smith, 4:07, the lead car on lap 1, Formula 1 to Heat 1. From 4:13, Matthew Bennett looks like he's made his way from the blue tops already. Dave Beresford spinning out once again, as is Matthew Bennett, 4:13, and Matthew's departing from second place in the early stages. Still 4:07, Craig Smith who leads over the start-finish line. It's 3:69, Bill McGowan in second spot. 80, John Anker's third, under pressure from number 6, Phil Wilton. Sean Taylor feels the weight of Kev Smith, number 64, front bumper, and Kev's tangling up with number 6, Phil Wilton. John Wright 1-8 into the slippy stuff over on turns 1 and 2, waiting for a spot to rejoin, and 4:13, Matthew Bennett dives out of the action on turns 1 and 2. Still 4:07, Craig Smith who leads, and he's on turns 1 and 2. 3:69, Bill McGowan dropping back in second spot. 80, John Anker's still in third from 64, Kev Smith. The leader's in trouble over on the back straight. 4:07, Craig Smith retiring to the safety of the infield, and shame for Craig as he's leading by quite some way at that time. 3:69, Bill McGowan is now the leader. 64, Kev Smith diving through into second place up the inside of number 80, John Ankers. 64, Kev Smith is now the lead car, taken over from 3:69, Bill McGowan. Roger Bromley, number 14's gone and taken Keith Jones, 273 with him. And indeed they pull in front of 533, Phil Herzog on the exit of turn 4, so 3 white tops gone in a heap up there on turn 4. Still 64, Kev Smith who leads over the start-finish line. Bill McGowan got a problem, 3:69, retires to the safety of the infield, was placed well in the early stages of Heat 1. Bumpers going in from Murray Harrison, 97, tries to shift Keith Jones and Phil Wilton out the way, and Jones in 273 spins hard into the wires over there on turns 3 and 4. But Murray Harrison, 97, makes up his place. Kev Smith, the lead car, in trouble with 80, John Ankers over on turn 2. But Kev Smith gets away and races away down the back straight in the lead in car number 64 from Murray Harrison, second in 97. Kev Smith, 64, the lead car from 97, Murray Harrison. Number 6, Phil Wilton is third, 515, Frankie Wayman Jr. fourth, and John Wright 128 in fifth as we lose 14, Roger Bromley. And it will with a halfway stage this time. Just a test for Mr. Starter, can you hear me? And another test, can you hear me now? And it will be 5 laps to go this time for the lead cars, and Murray Harrison, 97, goes through to lead from 64, Kev Smith. Phil Wilton, number 6, is in third place. But meanwhile, up front, the lead car, 97, Murray Harrison, racing over the start-finish line from 64, Kev Smith in second place. Number 11, Sean Taylor, spinning out once again on turns 1 and 2. Here comes the lead car once again, 97, Murray Harrison. From 64, Kev Smith. Frankie Wayman Sr. briefly in trouble with number 11, Lennon Morris, and now Frankie tangling up briefly with 34, Mal Brown, but they unhooked straight away, racing away down the back straight. And second place is in trouble. Kev Smith, 64, gets tangled up with Roger Bromley, number 14, as he's spun around right in front of the 64 car. So Kev loses some more ground on the first place car, and that first place car being driven by Murray Harrison, 97. That's 97, Murray Harrison, who still leads as we go into the closing stage of the BriSCA Formula 1 Heat 1. Here comes the 97 car off turn 4, looking at the last lap board from Mr. Starter. Catching base, Murray Harrison goes in towards turns 1 and 2 on his last, with 64, Kev Smith across the line in second. Checkered flag being prepared then for 97, Murray Harrison, who wins BriSCA Formula 1 Heat 1. Kev Smith, 64, comes across the line in second. And we keep them coming to get everyone down on the charts. Several drivers laps down on the lead men. So Junior Wayman, 515, comes across the line in third. Dave Beresford, 260, finishes fourth. Bill Wilton, number 6, was fifth. And we can have the red flags, please. Murray Harrison. BriSCA Formula 1's racing over 16 laps. Green flag goes out. Bumpers crashing in already down the back straight, down towards turns 1 and 2. Stevie Hodgson, 172, has gone, as has 234, Mark Duxbury. And a 413, Matthew Bennett is tangled up with 202, Richard Mason. Mason in the wars tonight and spinning away onto the infield. Number 7, Phil Bicknell, also spun around on turns 1 and 2. Novice driver 287, Graham Bauer, has a visit to the fence here on the home straight, and now he's spun around right in front of the pack, and the Red Sox are coming round turns 3 and 4. What a place for a novice driver to be stranded in, as Wayman Jr., Dave Beresford, Murray Harrison, John Lunn go racing by on the inside. Andy Hodgson's gone in 272, spins it all the way around, didn't look like he had any help. Andy just a little bit too keen down the home straight, trying to get back racing again. Number 12, Len Morris under pressure in 260, Dave Beresford down the back straight. Indeed, Morris spins that back end right out under pressure from the 260 car. We've still got our stranded novice driver 287, Graham Bauer, here on the home straight, and out looking for an opportunity to bail out of his stranded car. So once again, cars coming and going all the way. We've also lost our other 2 novice drivers. And now 407, Craig Smith spins out of the action. We've also lost 172, Stevie Hodgson. Dave Beresford spinning round, 260. 53, John Lunn's gone up on the turn 4 with 97, Murray Harrison. Wayman Jr., 515, leads race 2 for the BriSCA Formula 1s. John Lunn, 53, in all sorts of trouble on turn 4. He's now backed into 256. Chris Anderson, he's getting racing again, but he's lost almost a lap on our lead car, which is 515, Frankie Wayman Jr. Then Morris, number 12, with the brakes on, as 272, Andy Hodgson, and 515, Frankie Wayman Jr. come racing by. Wayman Jr. is our lead car, trying to put Andy Hodgson a whole lap down in 272. Jones, 273, retires to the infield as Craig Smith, 407, rejoins in front of 260, Dave Beresford. Stevie Hodgson, 172, also racing off the infield on the back straight. Cars well spread all the way around the raceway, with the lead car, 515, Frankie Wayman Jr. and number 12, Len Morris, goes in a big way on the back straight. Under pressure from 260 Dave Beresford and 202 Richard Mason, and Morris spins his car right around, but he's back racing again. 256 Chris Anderson has bailed from his car, which was stranded up on turn 4. But we've still got our novice driver in his car here on 287 on the home straight. That's Graham Bauer certainly having a look at Formula 1 racing from a very different angle. Still 515 Frankie Wayman Jr. who leads. From 260 Dave Beresford in second place. Looks like Richard Mason 202 has gone through to second place here on turns 1 and 2. Craig Smith in trouble 407, and he's tangling up with Mark Duxbury 234 on turns 1 and 2. But we're down to very few cars racing. And it is halfway around this time for 515 Frankie Wayman Jr. Matthew Bennett 413 bails out of his car on turns 3 and 4. Another casualty of a rather hectic race 2 for the BriSCA Formula 1s. Cars very well spread all the way around the raceway, with Frankie Wayman Jr. 515 in the lead with 5 laps to go next time. John Lunn 53 certainly having an interesting time trying to get past the novice of the year Craig Smith 407 as Craig flies brakes on and indeed tangles up with John Lunn, and he's taken him out. Craig Smith tangles up with the world champion 53 John Lunn, and they're both gone on to the infield as Smith applied the brakes all the way down the back straight. Lunn could find no way past. It looks like he's another casualty of Heat 2 for the Formula 1s. With 515 Frankie Wayman Jr. still leading. 202 Richard Mason's in second, and under pressure for that place from 260 Dave Beresford, and Beresford's up the inside around turns 1 and 2, and Mason's putting the power on and all the way around the outside and leaves Beresford out of turn 2 and down the back straight. So it's as you were for those places, with 202 Richard Mason in second and 260 Dave Beresford in third. Looks like the world champion John Lunn's looking for a spot to rejoin in the traffic in car number 53. And comes under attack again from Craig Smith in 407. Craig Smith's climbing all over the front end of 53 John London, takes him into the Armco once again. So the leader's gone, the 515 Frankie Wayman Jr.'s gone in a tangle with number 11 Sean Taylor. And Mason 202 coming round to try and take up the lead, but Junior's racing again over on the back straight. He lost a lot of time, but certainly was a long way in the lead, and it looks like he's rejoined in that lead place from 202 Richard Mason and 260 Dave Beresford. Still Wayman, 515 who leads. Last lap board being prepared for 515 Frankie Wayman Jr. Stevie Hodgson 172 almost causes world champion John London problem, rejoining the race right in front of him. But not a problem for the 515 Frankie Wayman Jr. in the lead down the back straight for the last time. Around turns 3 and 4 with the checkered flag being prepared. Winner of BriSCA Formula 1 Heat 2, 515 Frankie Wayman Jr. Mason 202, Richard Mason second place with Dave Beresford 260 in third. We need to keep them coming to get everyone down on the charts. And we can have a red flag, please. Round to receive your applause, winner of BriSCA Formula 1 E2, 515 Frankie Wayman Jr. Starters orders then for BriSCA Formula 1 stock cars Heat 3. Green flag is dropped, they're away and racing. John Wright 128 already. already in trouble, and the white tops are tangling up. 533 Phil Hertzog is all over the top of 369 Bill McGowan. They're racing on the centre green and about to rejoin down the back straight, and the rest of the pack are racing by. Bumpers going in hard. 6 Phil Wilton crashes into turn 3. And also on 172, Stevie Hodgson suffering as Mark Duxbury 234 went in very hard indeed. And it looks like we may well have lost Stevie Hodgson 172, although he's getting racing again. They're now anxious to catch up with Duxbury 234, return the compliment. And Mark Duxbury 234 leads over the start-finish line. Oh, gaggle of cars then in behind him with Andy Hodgson putting the bumpers in hard in 272, shifting number 80 John Anchors into the slippy stuff, joined by number 12 Len Morris. Putting the bumper in hard on turns 3 and 4, and his victim is Mal Brown 34, who just puts his foot down and rides it round the outside. Stevie Hodgson 172 spun away on turn 3, resting up against the arm coach, trying to look for a place to rejoin. Meanwhile, the leaders changed hands with 272 Andy Hodgson going through past 234 Mark Duxbury. Hodgson getting rid of a back marker, number 80 John Anchors into his brother 172 Stevie Hodgson. But it's Andy who leads 272 from 234 Mark Duxbury and 212 Frankie Wayman Senior. And we need the yellow flags, please. For the BriSCA Formula 1 stock car stopped in the interest of safety while we check on the condition of number 80 John Anchors, who went in hard into the Armco fence and over on the far side. In higher cars, and the other novice driver 287. Rest of the cars all in the order, with Andy Hodgson 272 the leader from 234 Mark Duxbury, with Frankie Wayman Senior 212 in third. Green flag goes out on the restart then, and it's Andy Hodgson 272 that leads them across the start finish line. So the real dispute on track for second place at the moment, with 234 Mark Duxbury under pressure from 212 Frankie Wayman Senior. And Senior puts Duxbury wide on turns 1 and 2. Phil Hertzog suffering in 533, and also novice driver 287. And Frankie Wayman Senior makes that second place his own in car number 212 past 234 Mark Duxbury. There's 272 Andy Hodgson across the start finish line in the lead from 212 Frankie Wayman Senior. 234 Mark Duxbury in third. 64 Kev Smith is fourth. 34 Mal Brown is in fifth, with 53 John Lund sixth, 417 Mike James seventh, and 128 John Wright in eighth. The spinner there on the exit of turn 2 is number 12 Len Morris, but he's back and racing straight away. It's halfway next time for Andy Hodgson 272. There's a halfway flag then, half distance of BriSCA Formula 1 Heat 3 for Andy Hodgson, race leader 272. Rest of the cars in the top 8 places well spread, not many positional changes taking place. Mal Brown is dropping down the places in 34 as 234. Mark Duxbury climbs a barrel on the back straight, and now he's under pressure from Kev Smith, 64, and Kev almost close enough to put the bumper in with 5 laps to go next time for the race leader 272, Andy Hodgson. Now Mike James trying to get up a place on 34, Mal Brown, and Mal Brown spinning into turns 1 and 2, and indeed Mike James moves through up the inside into 6th place. It's 272, Andy Hodgson leads, and Mark Duxbury's gone in 234. Out of 3rd spot, Mark Duxbury, 234, spins away and into the dead car at number 80, John Ankers. So it's Andy Hodgson who leads 272, a long way clear of 2nd place, 212, Frankie Wayman Sr. Mike James putting the bumper in hard on Kev Smith, and number 12 suffers worse. Len Morris goes in very hard into Mark Duxbury, 234, and Kev Smith, 64, also gone. And we need the yellow flags, please. Red. And we're going red, please, Mr. Starter, red.
How many laps gone? 12.
Has to be stopped once again owing to the big shunt up there on turn 3 involving Kev Smith, 64, and Len Morris, number 12. Appreciation to the winner of Heat 3, 272, Andy Hodgson. We've lost John White 1-8 onto the centre green before we start, and the green flag goes down on the grand final. Jumps amongst the red tops, bumpers going in, no places given away as yet. 533 Phil Herzog briefly led the grand final, but he's drifted away into the Armco, and it's number 11 Sean Taylor that leads the final. 34 Mal Brown's been spun right around by 172 Stevie Hodgson, and he's gone. The bumpers going in up there on turns 3 and 4 as Matthew Bennett tries to get through past 202 Richard Mason, which he does, and number 7 Phil Bicknell also in trouble. Mike James has gone 417, and he's blocking most of the back straight, making the racing line very tight indeed. Bumpers going in hard at the end of the back straight, and Mark Duxbury 234 on the receiving end. It's Matthew Bennett 413 who leads the grand final from 202 Richard Mason, and 260 Dave Beresford. Whole chain of cars down the home straight. Mark Duxbury 234 on the end of them. Looks like we lost 515 Frankie Wayman Jr. He's got a flat tyre, and Mike James still in trouble over there on the back straight. Frankie Wayman Sr. climbs all over the top of the 128 car of John Wright, and Stevie Hodgson 172 retires to the infield. Phil Bicknell puts the bumper in hard in car number 7 on 212 Frankie Wayman Sr. and then climbs all over the barrel on turns 3 and 4. So our race leader, 2 blue tops in the first 2 positions, 413 Matthew Bennett leads from 202 Richard Mason. They both won finals in the last month, and they're both trying to do the same right now. 260 Dave Beresford is 3rd with 97 Murray Harrison in 4th. Still Matthew Bennett who leads, fighting off 202 Richard Mason on the home straight with Dave Beresford 260 a little way back in 3rd, and 97 Murray Harrison in 4th, and now a back marker comes into play for the lead as he delays Matthew Bennett, and Richard Mason through in 202, and the tangling of Matthew Bennett rolls over on the back straight. Over he goes, and we need the yellow flags please, Mr. Starter. Bennett out all okay over on the back straight, probably a little shaken up. 413 car certainly rolled over in dramatic style right up the Armco, rode over a couple of times. There's 202 Richard Mason is the lead car from 260 Dave Beresford in second, 97 Murray Harrison third, and then the rest of them on the charts as you see them on track. So the race underway again, and the leader's certainly close on the back straight with 202 Richard Mason pulling away from 260 Dave Beresford, and 97 Murray Harrison with 234. Mark Duxbury close in fourth. So here come the lead three, broadside off turn 4 and past the start finish line. 202 Richard Mason, and he's in trouble with number 11 Sean Taylor, and now Murray Harrison comes through to second place past Dave Beresford as Richard Mason climbs his way through past number 11. Dave Beresford 260 puts the pressure on 97 Murray Harrison for second place. Murray rides it, and bumpers cracking in further down the charts with 272 Andy Hodgson smashing 234. Mark Duxbury out of the road. Still 202 Richard Mason the leads from 97 Murray Harrison, 260 Dave Beresford and 53 John Lund. So there's the lead car, Bradford-based Richard Mason 202. He's won 4 grand finals on a different shell track each time in the last 2 months. Scunthorpe's not one where he's won yet, and he's looking well set to do so at the moment in the 202 car. He's your lead car from 97, Murray Harrison in second, 260 Dave Beresford in third, and under pressure from 53, John Lund in fourth, with Andy Hodgson 272 just a little way back in fifth. John Wright 128 is then in sixth, and Mark Duxbury in seventh, tangling up briefly with number 11, Sean Taylor, but he's away and racing again. And now Murray Harrison 97 getting close, and up the inside of 202 Richard Mason, and Mason puts the power on round the outside down the back straight. Murray Harrison gets close, and the leader's drifting wide into the Armco, and Mason's gone, and so is Murray Harrison, and now coming through to lead is 260 Dave Beresford, and Mason's joined back from first to fifth, and he's climbing up the Armco, and it's halfway this time around, Mr. Starter, as 97 Murray Harrison moves up the inside of 260 Dave Beresford for the lead, and now it's 97 Murray Harrison from 53 John Lund, and Lund puts the bumpers in on Harrison, and they go out wide towards the Armco on turns 3 and 4, and John Lund comes through to lead. So it's John Lund over the start-finish line in the lead from 97 Murray Harrison in second, 260 Dave Beresford third, and 272 Andy Hodgson fourth, with 202 Richard Mason now back in fifth. John Lund, the world and national points champion, is the leader in 53. Bumpers going in for third place as Andy Hodgson 272 shoves 260 Dave Beresford wide. And Hodgson tries to go on the inside, but Beresford shuts the door in 260. And now John Lund's got a problem off the back marker, 212 Frankie Wayman, and Murray Harrison closes right up, and Dave Beresford's gone in 260. Dave Beresford spins out of the grand final in the 260 car, rejoins right in front of John Wright 128. Meanwhile, back up track, it's 53 John Lund in first. Over the start-finish line from 97 Murray Harrison. John Wright's gone in 128 as a result of a shunt between him and Dave Beresford 260. He's getting back racing again, but he's about to be put a lap down by 53 John Lund. And there will be 5 laps to run next time. So 5 laps to run next time through for 53 John Lund, who's made his dive, and he's leading this grand final from 97 Murray Harrison, 272 Andy Hodgson, and 202 Richard Mason. Is under pressure from the back marker, 212 Frankie Wayman Senior, but he rode that move, and 53 John Lund still leads with 4 to go from 97 Murray Harrison, 272 Andy Hodgson, and 202 Richard Mason. So the top 4 on the charts very well spread, with John Lund 53 in first. 3 laps to run now for the world champion. Getting close to third with Richard Mason putting the pressure in on Andy Hodgson 272, and he shoves Hodgson wide, but now they're hooked up, and Hodgson and Mason are tangled together as they head towards the centre green. Mason trying to get unhooked, and he does that, but he comes in behind Andy Hodgson once again. It's still 53 John Lund who leads from 97 Murray Harrison. Time it's the last lap for 53 John Lund, and Murray Harrison still close in 97, but perhaps not close enough to dispute the result, although he's certainly getting close down the back straight. 97 Murray Harrison in second with John Lund 53 in his sights. He's not going to make it, although he leaves his brakes. And he's getting very close in the 97 car, but John Lund's going to win in 53. Here he comes, the world champion takes the checkered flag in a dramatic grand final. Mike James tangled up again, and Dave Beresford spun round. And they collect 2-1-2. Frankie Wayman Sr., John Wright 1-8 takes a point in accident. And the pack come racing down the back straight with those two cars stranded in the middle there. And 97 Murray Harrison crashes out, but he's already finished. And we need to keep them going, please, Mr. Starner. There's still a place to be fought for on the charts. Okay, we can have the red flags, please. I'm sure you'll agree, ladies and gentlemen, a superb grand final and a well-deserved victory in the shape of 53. John Lund, who took his opportunities all the way through that race to come home at the head of the field. But also must say a word about Murray Harrison, 97, a tremendous drive and not too far away at the end there. But no doubts about the winner, 53, John Lund. His race winners award. He won the grand final from 97 Murray Harrison. 272 Andy Hodgson was third, and we'll run through the rest of the results after John Lund's gone away on his lap of honour. Then, ladies and gentlemen, a tremendous grand final, and show your appreciation to the winner, the World and National Points Champion 53, John Lund. Starters orders then in the start sign Grand National, and the green flag goes down and we're away and racing. 53 John Lund, first one over the start finish line. He's got a lap to make up, so it's number 12 Len Morris who's our leader from 1-8. John Wright in second, 2-6-0. Dave Beresford is third, 1-8. John Wright goes through to lead as number 12 Len Morris drifts wide into the Armco. Good battle going on for second. We've lost one of the novices, 256 Chris Anderson, right up the fence in a shunt with one of the Wayman hire cars. Still 1-8 that John Wright who leads over the start and finish line from 97 Murray Harrison in second, coming under pressure from 272 Andy Hodgson. And Hodgson pushes Murray Harrison wide as they go onto the back straight, and it's Hodgson now in second spot from Murray Harrison, 97 in third, 515 Frankie Wayman Jr. is fourth. And Hodgson now half spun by 97 Murray Harrison, and that allows 515 Frankie Wayman Jr. through. And Hodgson goes back into the back of a back marker. There's a big tangle amongst the red tops, and 515 Frankie Wayman Jr. in all sorts of trouble there. Still 1-8 John Wright who leads from 272 Andy Hodgson in second, 260 Dave Beresford battling for third with 97 Murray Harrison. And we lost 515 Frankie Wayman Jr. to the infield as a result of that earlier shunt amongst the red tops. Still 1-8 John Wright who leads over on the back straight from 272 Andy Hodgson in second, 260 Dave Beresford in third with 97 Murray Harrison fourth. One of the novices climbing the Armco, that's number 287 Graham Bauer there in the Neil Brick car. And we've also lost number 90 Mark Teal here on the home straight behind 256 Chris Anderson. Race leader is John Wright, 1-8 is coming up to lap number 12 Len Morris, and loses a bit of time in doing so. Now 272 Andy Hodgson's caught right up and takes the first place off John Wright, 1-8. And Wright demoted to second with Dave Beresford 260 in third, and 97 Murray Harrison fourth. Now Wright goes back a place as 260 Dave Beresford moves through to second. So it's 272 Andy Hodgson the leads from 260 Dave Beresford in second, 97 Murray Harrison third, and John Wright 1-8 in fourth. Then comes 212 Frankie Wayman Sr. in fifth, and John Lund 53 in sixth. Murray Harrison drifts wide in the 97 car in third spot as he tried to make contact with 260 Dave Beresford. So Murray briefly slips back to fourth, 272 Andy Hodgson still leads from 260 Dave Beresford, 97 Murray Harrison is in third, and 1-8 John Wright slipping back to fourth. That's the way they are as they come over the start-finish line. 272 Andy Hodgson leads, got quite a gap from 260 Dave Beresford halfway, and next time around Mr. Starter for 272 Andy Hodgson from 260 Dave Beresford and 97 Murray Harrison. The lead two now pulling away from the rest of the pack And it looks like only 2.60 Dave Beresford is going to threaten a possible win for 2.72 Andy Hodgson. Novice in trouble again, 4.68 Martin Bulls skips up the side of number 12 Len Morris on the home straight, and they're coming on the scene now. 2-on-2 Frankie Wayman-Senior trying to hold out John Lund for 5th spot. 53 car of John Lund already come through to 6th from his lap handicap, and down the back straight Lund puts the pressure on. 2-on-2 Frankie Wayman-Senior forces him wide, and it's 5 this time around. Mr. Starter for 2.72 Andy Hodgson from 2.60 Dave Beresford. 97 Murray Harrison in 3rd, and John Wright 1.28 in 4th. 53 John Lund's now moved through to 5th with 2-on-2 Frankie Wayman Senior in 6th. So Andy Hodgson now with about 4.5 laps to run in the 2.72 car, 4.5 laps away from his second race win of the night at Scunthorpe. Comes up the inside of number 12 Len Morris, just clips him briefly. That might allow Dave Beresford 2.60 a chance to close. Beresford still too close for comfort for the 2.72 car of Andy Hodgson, although Hodgson pulls away as they motor down the back straight. Murray Harrison still there in 3rd spot in the 97 car, putting his brakes on to deal with the novice driver in the Wayman Hire car, and 1.28 John Wright is still in 4th, with John Lund 53 in 5th from a lap down. Now Murray Harrison delayed as he tries to get past number 12 Len Morris. John Wright closes in a 1.28, that's the battle for 3rd spot. Meanwhile, up front, 2.72, Andy Hodgson still leads it. This time he's looking at the 2 laps to run board. 2 laps to run for 2.72, Andy Hodgson for 2.60, Dave Beresford in 2nd. 97, Murray Harrison 3rd, and John Wright 1.28 in 4th. John Lund, 53, moves up the inside of back marker, and that back marker is 4.68 Martin Bulls.
John Safety comes from.
Hello. Red flags, please, Mr. Sata. So the race red flagged immediately because of the and the result will stand of that race, with the checkered flag going to 2.72 Andy Hodgson. A worrying looking fire for 4.68 Martin Bulls exploded in a ball of flame as he came across the start finish line. And the stock sign Grand National, and 2.72 Andy Hodgson.
There's 5 next time.